championship implications all on the line. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to Holly Rowe.
Guys, this is one of the most exciting top 25 matchups of the season. Honestly, Oregon versus Ohio State might be two of the most talented rosters in all of college football. College football playoff implications on the line. This one should be massive when Oregon takes on Ohio State. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The run inside. It's Davison. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19, give him one.
Well, one thing you know about Oregon is they're always loaded in the backfield. They had a couple of true freshmen a season ago, Davison and Hill Jr., who were absolutely outstanding. And you expect this season, David, in the running game, those two guys are going to be the focal point for the Ducks.
They'll be the focal point, but it's just like you saw a year ago, man. Like, they are committee, and they run hard.
Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. On the run, it's Davison. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Moore with the play fake. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. Makes the catch. It's Hooks. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it. You've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. Here comes 2nd down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. They'll run it to the right side. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. He'll be stopped short. It'll be 4th down, and let's see what the decision is here.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Quick completion on the out. They get him on the ground, but not before he keeps his opening drive alive with a 4th down conversion.
Well, to heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
The Ducks trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Defense just going after him. They stop him for a loss of 6.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. That's exactly what happened.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Get it out to the supersonic guy. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
Well, short
from the gun on third down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And these plays right here, man, they can spark your team. And the defense has been flying around, but now they make the play. They get home to the quarterback and cause the damage. The ball gets on the turf, they recover, and now set up with great field position.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Say it. Makes the grab. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that. And then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. To throw, it's Sayin. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
So now it's 2nd and long. Throwing, say it. Here's a heat. He's got the back in the middle.
How hard is that as a linebacker when you're trying to cover a running back on that angle route who runs routes like that, right? He thought he was going to the flat. He was barreling towards the sideline trying to knock that ball away, and all of a sudden he gets crossed up, and that's just too easy giving up that first down.
Again, it's Sayin. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Jackson. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the big fella. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Man, you could just feel it, couldn't you? Just how badly that guy wanted to get that first down. He knows, hey, we're on our own side of the field. We're not trying to punt. I've got to do something. I've got to make somebody miss to go pick up this first down for my offense, and that's exactly what he did.
Bringing the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. On the run, it's Jackson. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Sayin from the gun on third down. Stepping to the right. He'll try to do it himself. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
Quarterbacks have a hard job. They got to drop back and try to see the whole field and then see the rush coming to him. But you can tell he did a really good job scrambling outside the pocket, improvising, making a play with his feet, and then getting the first down.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And they lost the ball out of bounds, and it'll be a loss of yardage on that one.
When you start to get that offense going and start having success, you got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go, you on the sideline, you in the game.
Here's Sayin to throw. Here comes the heat. They got him. Great pressure on this defense. You see a defensive lineman come up with a play like that, make the sack, they start building some momentum to impose their will up front.
Man, there ain't nothing better than getting a stack. That's what you keep track of on defensive line. You're like, yeah, I already got one. You start keeping a tally of how many you...
Trying to beat the D deep. Upstairs to make the catch. Runs through a man. He might have space. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
And these offenses, man, they've been struggling, and you've been waiting. Who's going to make the big play? They finally break through. They make the big explosive play, and maybe this is what they needed to get this offense rolling.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard, down 7-0. Motion from the back. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
The Ducks will have it 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Moore. Got a man, it's Hill. Hey, what about that move to pick up a couple of extra yards? He's down at the 38.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
They'll run the option. Now the pitch. And he's swallowed up immediately, stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Got his man on the right. At the 35, he's got room. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Oregon!
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished with a 62-yard pass for the score. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Sayin. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great.
Maybe some room here. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
And that is such great execution by this offense. 3rd down and 2. They know you're running the football, but they were physical. Great job creating a little bit of space. Not only do you get the 1st down, you chew up a bunch more yards, too. Nice execution by this offense.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. The Buckeyes, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down.
Well, it's clear the coaching staff had a little conversation before this drive, and they said, we have got to run the football. All 4 plays of this drive so far have been runs, and they're taking a bit of an attitude shift here. They want to be physical, and they want to pound the defense into submission.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Quarterback making checks. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. They're working that left side. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks at 1st down. The Buckeyes go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. Buys a little extra time. Breaks into the open. He'll go out of bounds, and he steps out right at the 8-yard line, and this offense is in business. And the Buckeyes line it up with a 1st and goal. He's looking to pass. Picked off to stop the threat. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
A really nice job by the linebacker there, understanding his responsibilities in that coverage. That's a cover 2 look, so there's 2 safeties playing deep, but the linebacker knows there's nobody underneath him, keeping him close to the line of scrimmage, so he can kind of float back a little bit, watch the QB's eyes, jump the throw, and make the pick.
Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain.
And that's a nice job by the offense. Man, I love when offenses can go 5 wide, spread the formation, find the matchup they want. And this time, it's the running back turned wide receiver. They get him the football, and he does the rest and gets upfield. But nice job spreading the formation and really making the defense make a decision.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at this offense. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Moore from the gun, trying to convert third down. He'll take the deep shot. Makes a grab deep. They finally get him stopped. Man, oh man, did he almost make a play to end this half, but stopped on a touchdown-saving tackle. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Columbus for an entertaining first half than you? This defense has set the tone through 2 quarters of football. They've drawn a line in the sand, and they've held it. It's why they'll take a lead into the second half, and it could be why they come away with a big victory.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Holly, what's the story as we start this second half?
Guys, I caught up with the Buckeyes head coach coming out of the locker room. He said this is exactly the type of game he was expecting. 2 solid defenses have made it very difficult to find points in the end zone today. The defenses have been terrific so far, really limiting what the other is able to do. Points are at a premium down here. Guys, you've got to believe that whoever makes the next mistake and has a turnover, that might be a significant change in this game. I'll keep you posted from the sidelines. Guys?
Thanks, Holly.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Running inside, it's Rodgers. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Sayin on the play action. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Nice play by this defense again, and I feel like it's a broken record, doesn't it, guys? Like, seriously, both defense playing at a high level. Which offense can get a spark, make a big play, and get something going?
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
I love that play call defensively because it's 3rd and long. You know that the offense is going to throw it, so why not dial up an exotic? Why not bring a blitz and help your pass rush get home to the QB?
They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Dante Moore. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Uncorks one to the middle. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends reception.
It's complete to the left. Oh, he's got some space. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. The Buckeyes come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. The run inside. It's Rodgers. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Well, it's been a defensive struggle so far in this game. In the first half, we saw that, and I guess the question is in the second half, can these defenses keep it up? It looks like this one can. Getting a sack there on second down. They're still playing with a
And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. They got the sack, but there is a man down on the play. And is their junior quarterback down on the field, a guy they can ill afford to lose. Holly will update his condition soon. The Buckeyes line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. With the catch, it's Moore. Great reaction by this defense immediately on the catch, swarming to the ball. And the Ducks are in the hurry-up. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Pressure coming. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
This defensive end is an animal. He already has 2 sacks, and we're only in the 3rd quarter. I'd move him around a little bit more defensively so that the offense has no idea where he's lining up. Because right now, man, he is feasting.
And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Tell you what, that was a lightning fast decision. You can tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
On the gun, on 3rd down, Dante Moore. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
This defense continues to do a great job of not letting a great athlete at quarterback make big plays on them. Great job pursuing him, keeping him in that cage, not letting him get out in the open field because we know he can do some damage. Nice job by this defense so far.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Send the tight end in motion. On the ground, it's West. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Say it. Quickly to the tight end. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
To the air, it's Sayin. Makes the grab on the left. There he goes. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. And the Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the single back. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Tight end now in motion. Throwing, say it. Caught in the backfield, it's West. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Buckeye! With that, they grab the lead here in the 2nd half.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under and make a big play for it.
Yeah, when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Headed into the 4th quarter, these two wide receivers, prolific playmakers. Here's how they've done in this one so far. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. On the move from inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. The Ducks will hustle to the line.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Fires to the tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
On 30 short, the run and looking for the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop. And you better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
More play action. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
This has been a rough night for this offensive line. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up of the game.
Unloads to the wideout. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
In the gun on 3rd down, Moore. Finds his back in the middle. They make the stop just across the 30 at the 31. It's 4th down.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late. They're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this. Be smart.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. More to throw for it on 4th down. Fires to the wideout. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The Ducks have this offense rolling.
Well, that is a play that we're going to circle. If this team is able to fight their way back and win this game, that one was huge. 4th down, picking up the first, getting some momentum and keeping this drive alive.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
They'll go to the ground. Find some fresh air. Nice tackle there. This free safety coming in like a heat-seeking missile and stopping him a yard short of the first down.
And I think this offense ran the football knowing it's in 4th down territory. It's 4th and short. It's go time, almost near midfield. To me, this is green light. I got to stay aggressive. I'm losing, but the situation favors me in 4th and short.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. 4th down, more. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Oh, and I love that play call on 4th down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
They come through with the explosive play, and they'll have the first down, but we see a man who is slow to get up, and let's check on him. That is the freshman defensive end that they're very excited about. They're hoping that he's able to return to the game shortly. Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some first downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. Could be an alley. Touchdown, Ducks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The Ducks with the answer.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
The extra point here would tie the game. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. Tie game, 4th quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. St. Clair buys a little time. He'll pull it down. He's past the 30. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
It's the 4th quarter. Every second counts, right? It's a one-possession game. We're chasing the QB. He scrambles around, does such a great job getting positive yards, keeping this drive alive. We need to score badly. We got to keep drives alive like this. Wonderful job.
Tavian on the play action. Working that left side now. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Scanning the field is St. Clair. Looking for a deep man. Leaping grab for a big gain. They're able to ride him down, but not before he has flipped the field with a huge pickup on the play Dumps it off in the flats. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. They want to get the ball in the hands of playmakers, and they did, but this time the defense up to the challenge.
And when you slide that running back out of the backfield, like I'm thinking pass, I got to be locked in.
Turning it on. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. The Buckeyes have pushed it inside the 20. They'll move the tight end. Running the red zone, it's West. Touchdown, Ohio State! And they've moved out front here in the fourth. The Buckeyes with an answer.
Love the play call, love the execution. Late in the game with less than 2 minutes to go, they now take a touchdown lead and put so much pressure on the opposition in a 2-minute situation.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Checking in from the Oregon sideline. This defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I can see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Back to you.
All right, Holly.
I love that last play, and I love that they're still under control here. I know it's a 2-minute situation. Everybody's trying to go fast, but they...
And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet in my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
Moore. Here's the pressure. Fighting off the defender. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Moore from the gun on 3rd down. Flips it out in the flat. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock as the offense moves closer, trying to pull it out.
And this is why defensively, man, you want to keep your guy in the pocket. Like, once he starts to scramble, all the rules change, and now everybody's got to kind of adjust, and the running back just works towards the sidelines. As he starts to roll to the right, he creates a little bit of space, and they just dump it off.
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback, getting that sack for a huge loss, and now they're licking their chops, lining up with tempo. They're ready to do it again.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before, and I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Looking to take a shot. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Defense ends this game in style. Coming up with a turnover, and now they can just kneel it out. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground. And on that short gain, that will bring us to the end of this game. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those 2 teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these 2 squads. We could watch these every week. Love